Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to clean the carburetor or carburetors on a 1997 Ducati Monster 750. I have a suspicion that the diaphragm may be torn on one of my carburetors because the previous owner said he thought that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to take the seat off, which then you can lift up the gas tank with this latch here. Next you need to take the battery off. Most of them are 10mm bolts on each terminal. Always do the negative first. Next you need to get your battery box out of the way. And so for me, I had two bolts at the bottom here and here, and they were both 5mm Allen wrench ones. So you take those off. With that, you can move the box back. Now my bike was it was laid down at some point, and so a lot of it has been upgraded with new handlebars and everything. And I don't have an air box, so I have the K&N air filter pods. So mine may be a little bit easier to work on because of that versus the stock one. But I also have a video of a 1994 Ducati Super Sport 900 where I clean the carbs, and so the airbox on that may be fairly similar to the stock one, so you can go ahead and check out that video to see how to take the stock air filter off. So either way, you need to take the air filters off, whether they're pods or the stock. And for the pods, I just have to undo this Phillips here, and they'll pop right off. So there's a bunch of tubes that you're going to need to take off. If you want to be extra careful, you can cover these with rags so that nothing gets in here while you're taking anything else off and nothing gets into the engine. So to start, you'll need to take the choke off, which is an 8mm bolt here, and then you need to undo this wire from it. Next, you need to take off both this venting tube here and here, as well as this venting tube here, and then this is the gas line right here. So you have to take all that off, and then be sure to prop this up so that you're not pouring gas everywhere. But you probably will get a bit of gas on yourself while you do this. So I think I forgot to mention there's a tube right here that just pops right off. It's another vent tube. I couldn't get this high enough to shut off the gas flow, and it doesn't have a normal petcock, so I just clamped the end of the gas tube there, since I'm not going to be leaving it for that long. So next, you need to take a flathead and you need to get the boots off of the carburetor on the bottom here. So you just unscrew that on both carburetors next. Okay, so next you need to get the throttle cables off. And so to do that, basically you have to pull this back and turn it, and you're trying to get that top nut off. If you pull it back enough, it'll actually stick on there. You can see, let's see, I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, I already got that second one off. So once you get that top screw right here, once you get that off, it pops right off. So with the throttle cables off, the carburetor should pop right off now. Be sure to cover your intakes there so that you don't get any gunk in there. Paper towel or rag will work. When you pull the carburetor off, there's going to be fuel in the bowls, so it might start leaking everywhere. Gas is a really good weed killer if you have some weeds to get rid of. So next you're going to want to take the float bowls off. So that's these. Mine obviously look like they've been upgraded because these are Allens here instead of Phillips. So sometimes these can be really hard to get off. Again, if you go to my other video on Ducati on my Super Sport, I explain kind of how to get them off if you're having a hard time. So I'll go ahead and remove all 4 of these screws here on one of them, and we'll work through one of them first. So once you pull the bowl off, this is what's underneath. This is your float. Right here you have your main jet. So it's a flathead. So you just unscrew that and pop it off. Has that little connection there. So what you want to do, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You can see a little bit of light through there. You should be able to see through there perfectly. So once you, let's see, there we go. You can see it for a sec. Anyways, you can blow through it. You want to make sure that that's perfectly clear through there and there's no gunk in there. So your idle jet is in this second hole here. It's a flathead, so you need a really small flathead to be able to fit in here. And unscrew that and then drop it out, but don't lose it. So again, here's your idle jet. Once it's popped out, sorry I can't get it to focus. Anyways, it's the same thing. You're gonna look through it, see what sun you can see through. You'll be able to see a little bit of sunlight, and you'll be able to see if it's gunked. Now, if it is gunked, you can either blow through it, but be sure to not lose it. Now, if you can't clear it out, what you can do is you can just take a regular wire and clip off, strip the rubber off and then clip off a single one long enough to fit through the entire jet, and then shove it through and clean it out that way. So after you have both of them cleaned out, go ahead and put it back together, and you can put this bowl back on and then get started on the next one. So after cleaning both of the bowls and getting all of the jets cleaned, for me, I'm checking. We're gonna see, I already checked this one and the diaphragm was fine, it wasn't torn. So I'm gonna check this one. It's real easy. You just pull off the top screws here and they're both Phillips. So when you pull this top plastic piece off, it just comes off like that. This is your diaphragm. Neither of mine are torn though, so it looks like I don't have any issues with that. So I'm wondering if, see, it seems like it's not getting enough gas. My jets weren't really clogged, so I'm not quite sure what could be causing it. So could be a fuel pump or fuel filter or something. Anyways, that's how you take your carbs off and clean out the jets. If it's been sitting for a while, they'll definitely need it. So anyways, installation is the reverse of what you just did to put it all back together. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching.